Cillian, they both kind of gave you a look of acknowledgement. Like they acknowledge that you're there and you've called them, and then go back to each other and continue talking.
Do we listen?
They're talking relatively soft voices. You're just far enough away that you can't.
I have big ears though, I'm an elf.
Okay,
Can I hear them?
What's your perception? Passive perception?
Mine?
Yeah. It should just be your wisdom score.
Wisdom's +4. Wisdom's 14 plus 4, so 18.
14. Are you proficient in perception?
I'd say so.
Is there a little dot in
A little dot where?
next to perception in the skills?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 16.
Okay,
You can't hit them.
never mind. My big ears aren't good enough. Why don't we go over to them and see what they're talking about?
What a great idea. I thought we were already doing that.
Yeah, but you shouted at them and they ignored you.
Can we talk to them? Ask them why the mayor was led away?
So yeah, as you walk up to them, their conversation kind of halts, and they both turn and smile towards you. Adeline, from what you know of Adeline, from what you've seen, she seems to have two sort of states of mind. She currently seems to be in a more friendly, flippant kind of state.
It's alright, she likes me either way.
Why did the owner of shelter take the mayor away? What happened?
Cillian sort of steps forwards. He looks around, smirks. He goes, "Well, you see, the Order of Shaltir has been, let's say, trying to restore the areas around Rast. You see, it wasn't always a desert. However, something or someone seems to have been railroading them, shall we say." He gives a little chuckle.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Railroading, you say? What do you mean?
Throwing a spanner in the works.
I mean, it's not good.
Halting their plans.
It means not good.
And they think the mayor has been messing with their business?
At this point, Adeline sort of steps forward. We don't quite know the
They're
full
getting
story.
covered.
Will he get a fair trial?
They both kind of like smile and look at each other at this point, kind of laugh. Order of Shaltir's idea of fair isn't really the same as yours and mine, shall we say.
And you're okay with this?
It's not a choice of whether we're okay with it or not, it's a choice of what they want to do.
They're an oppressive force. Someone needs to do something.
You sound so unconcerned. Someone needs to do something.
Fine, someone needs to do something! Is that better, Tiffany?
Yes, thank you.
At this point, Cillian looks around. He says, "You shouldn't speak so brazenly in public. Why don't you come with us?" And they begin to walk off towards the taverns.
We follow them.
So they appear to be approaching the Pearl.
The Black Pearl.
Just as they get there, they make a right turn and dart into a pub which you stayed the prior.
Our favorite pub.
Which, if anyone's keeping notes, it's called the Grain's Rest.
I am keeping notes.
The Grain's Rest?
The Grain's Rest. So you enter, you follow the two. Everyone make a perception check again.
15 plus 4, so 19.
15 plus 2, so 17.
Murdoch?
One sec.
How's your pizza?
That's 22.
Where is your pizza?
Has your pizza arrived yet? We're extremely concerned about your pizza. Oh, we all have high numbers, Jen.
So, as you all enter the Grain's Rest, Cillian and Adeline dart to a table towards the back. You all kind of jump in, sit down in this booth. It seems to be quite squeezed with a Dragonborn Paladin chainmail kind of squeezing in there, but you do all manage to make it around this table.
Wait, who kind of know about this?
No, this is unmuted now, Tiffany.
Why was I muted? Because I talked about a pizza?
No, because your perception wasn't high enough.
My perception was 17.
My perception was high enough.
I'm sad. Poor
So, Cillian leans forwards across the table and he goes, "Do something like what?"
Yeah, Luke.
Well, first of all, we have to find out who killed the former king and restore. Then, fuck, I have poor phrasing right now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we can.
Oh, okay. I said we're being followed.
Oh, what? I have no news of this. Of course, we have to find out who killed the old king, and
Yeah, ignore
give
me
justice
completely.
to a soul. And after this order of Sheltier,
So, Eclipse,
we have to find a new government, one that's as fair and just as the old ruler seemed.
at this point, Cillian and Adeline look at one another and begin to chuckle. Eclipse, when were you calling that out? Apologies, I didn't hear you say that.
Before we went inside.
So, as you were saying that, Cillian kind of bumped you and stopped you from talking, which is why nobody heard it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
what an ass. What an ass hat.
she says loudly.
What an ass hat.
At this point, Cillian goes, "If you were truly committed to what you say, I might be able to introduce you to someone who thinks alike."
My little friend.
I'd be incredibly delighted to meet someone who thinks this is unfair as I do.
Sorry, 1 second. He pulls out the map of the continent. And he says, "In a week's time, meet me here." And he points to the centralmost city around the base of the mountain.
Can we see this map, or is that map in the?
It's in the group resources. I don't have it loaded up on D20 anymore.
So the
I had to remove
one it's the one middle-ish, a little to the right top.
it. To the base of a mountain where all the roads kind of seem to meet in the middle.
The one in the green thing, or the one on the left top to the mountains.
The center of the map. You see where that sort of brownish hex is in the middle of all green,
Yeah.
and there's a town right to the left of that where all
Yeah.
the
So
roads kind of meet
basically, a
up.
little top right to the middle.
Yeah, and he says, "Meet me in Yanwei
Yanwei.
in a week's time. If you are totally committed to this idea you propose, we can talk more then."
Any idea how we can use the
Agreed.
teleporters?
Yeah, I just said it. I could talk to him there. Oh wait, yeah, he got kidnapped. Shit.
Teleportation circuit.
Yes.
Well, for a few coin, I might be able to sort one of those out for you.
Ooh, how much?
How about you just shave him off our payment and I pull out the box?
Yeah, but how much?
But no, said for a few coin.
Yeah, how much coin?
Wait, what's happening right now? Are you putting a box down
Wait,
first?
now I'm confused. What did he say? She asked about the teleportation and he said for a few coins, right?
He said I might be able to sort that out for you for a few coin.
Yeah, for a few coins. And I said, shave it off our payment for this, and I pulled out the box he wanted us to get.
Wait, I want to know what's in the box.
So as you slap the box down on the table, Adeline's eyes sort of widen and
No, Adeline. Get your little mitts off it.
they then sort of glaze over and go to this sort of darkish colour, as where before her eyes were a light hazel, they now become dark brown. She looks towards Cillian, and Cillian smiles back at her and sort of slides the box along the table over to her. You've done well,
gold.
then.
500 gold it was, I believe.
Well, I can deduct that from the
Don't do it.
value of a teleportation sigil. However, you'd still be around 1,500 coins short.
How much did we? What?
1,500 for the teleportation sigil, really?
He wants 1,500 gold coins.
Well, 2,000 in total.
Where did the other 500 go?
How much do we need these teleportation things anyway?
Not really. How about we just get the 500 gold and we're rich?
It's not really rich. You have to share it between you. Unless you put it straight into the party funds.
Yeah, I'd say we can put like 300 in a party or like 200 in a party and take 100 each. If he gives us the money.
I kind of really want the teleportation though.
We'll have
Yeah,
to
but
see
like
first.
either take 500 gold now and like travel around, or
At this point,
somehow make 1,000 coins more and have nothing.
at this point, he interlocks his fingers, sort of rests his head on his hands on the table, and looks towards all of you, and he asks, "So, which is it, the teleportation sigil or the coin?"
I'm 7 out of this one. You two can decide.
I'm for the money.
We're gonna have to save up. We don't have enough for the teleportation, and
Yeah,
it doesn't say if we need. He's giving us one per person or one to share. Because it's like,
The money.
Can you like give us the teleportation later as well, or is it something you need now?
Pretty sure he can do it at any point.
I can procure you one at any point, but they're rather costly.
We'll take the money for now.
How much costly?
2,000 gold coin.
we'll just save up.
Yeah, okay, it's the same. We'll take just the money for now. But can you
Pulls out a
please-
pouch of coin, slaps it on the table, slides over to you like faster than you can finish. that
Hold
sentence.
on a minute. Hold on.
Is
a
it
minute.
500 gold in it?
500
Before-
gold. He slides it over to you.
Before
Then you
we
extend
give you
his hand.
before we give you this,
He already has it.
You've already given it to him.
Listen to me, please. Okay. Okay, if we already give it to him, it doesn't matter. What's so important about this box?
Alright,
We
so
almost died for it.
everyone receives 100 gold, and Tiffany, you'd put additional 200 into the party thing.
Adeline looks at you, Murdoch, and she says, "You were paid for the box, not for the knowledge of what was in it."
Oh, she's a feisty one.
And with that, she kind of wraps it under her cloak.
How much into the party fund?
200. And
And then
100 for you, and 100 for Murdoch, and 100 for me.
Okay, then. We'll just start saving in the party fund. And then eventually we'll be able to buy some stuff.
A house. Jen wanted us to buy a house.
Yeah, we'll buy a house.
I never said you had to buy a house. You-
No, it was like when your party wants to buy something, for instance, a house, and now I'm just in my mind stuck that we're gonna buy a house.
You could buy a house, you could buy permanent horses, you could buy a
Permanent
boat,
horses.
you could buy, I don't know, like a weapon that might help the entire party as opposed to one person. You might have to pay someone who you're in debt with. There's a whole load of things that you could use party gold for. It just puts it easier than saying like, oh, look, I'm going to need 2,000 from you, but I've only got 2,000. Okay, we'll take 1,000 from you. How much do you have? All right, if you give 500, I'll give you back 200 later, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah. It's easier. I know.
Anyway, as this sort of transaction transpires, both Cillian and Adeline extend their hands towards the general group.
But what? What is happening?
They extend their hands for a handshake towards the general group.
Shake their hand.
Tiffany takes the initiative, shakes Adeline's hand, shakes Cillian's hand, and Cillian stands up and leaves. Adeline looks at Tiffany, gives her another heartly smile.
Okay, bud.
Wait, but they brought us here to just talk about the changes, like after a week or something. That's it.
Yeah. Apparently, people don't like it when we talk about the oppressive government.
Just like in real life.
Yeah. This never happened, NSA.
So Cillian and Adeline both exit the bar, and you guys are left sitting around this table with 500 gold.
Oh yeah. And I would like to turn in because I want health.
You know, I barely made it out of the Order of Shelter alive. I don't think it's a very good idea to mess with them.
You say that as Mordok or as Eclipse?
Mordock.
He's a duck.
Well, I can't just sit here and let wrongdoings be wrongdoings.
Wrongdoings.
Oh,
For the record, it's about 6 to 7 p.m.
Yeah, PM, that's a good time to go to sleep and restore all my health, which something's gonna hinder me from doing.
That's fine. Tora walks up to the barkeep, gives him a little report. They kind of discuss the price of coin, asking to extend your stay, essentially, and
It's like,
you head back up towards your room. What rest are you doing?
I'm going to the room as well because I want to quickly go get something to drink because I'm thirsty.
Cool, yeah.
I'll be back in a second.
Murdoch?
I have some water here, you can come over.
it's like 6 p.m., isn't it?
Yeah, around that time, 6 to 7
PM or AM?
p.m.
PM.
Ah, okay.
The thing about this town, though, is when it gets dark, it doesn't get completely dark because of the shape of the city and something to do with magic, you assume.
I mean, you can feel free to stroll out in the middle of the night and do something.
Yeah, I think I'll just walk around before, but I might get food first.
How many rations do we have of our, 10 days initial?
You would have used at least 2 by this point.
Got it.
Does anyone else have rations? Do you have rations, Eclipse?
I don't think so. I think we used it. No, I ate the rats, so I still have food.
No, but do you have rations in your inventory?
Rations? No.
No. Okay, so Luke, you would have used 4.
Shit.
And depending on Tiffany, you would have used 6.
So I'm giving everyone my rations?
You've been sharing your rations with the party, yeah. Otherwise, people wouldn't have been eating.
Fine. Yeah, you know what, Eclipse? Oh yeah, you know what, Mordok? It's an extremely good idea that you get the 6 days worth of rations.
But we're not going anywhere.
What else do you want to do? Just stay here for a week?
You've got 2 rations left, Luke.
Who else? Medivh?
No, because 2 for you, 2 for Murdoch, 2 for Tiffany. Unless you were really pulling it back, in which case.
Well, 10 minus 6 equals 4. At least in my book.
True, apologies.
Well, you
Count 8
guys,
for some reason.
if you're talking about rations, I think you or Tiffany can handle this. I'm just gonna walk around for a while.
Yeah, and be extremely productive.
So I before we check for the room and stuff. Like did we do this already or?
Tiffany and Toriel have gone to bed.
Yeah, but do I have a room? I mean.
Yeah, we'll say Toriel arrange rooms for all of you.
Mm-hmm. I would like to just walk around near the Order of Sheltier house again and see if there's like anything there. Just
You're the worst person to do this. They hate you.
I know, but I'm not gonna walk into there again. I'm just
Is this stealth or are you just walking up?
I might do it in stealth, yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll stealth for me.
Hmm. So that's 11.
Okay, you kind of do your best to stick to the shadows, but you manage to knock over some sort of old sort of standing lamp, and a bit of the dust or soot, I guess, falls down. You begin to like cough as you sort of make your way through the streets towards Oroshaltir.
Oh, stealthiest Toriel, I see.
As this sort of cloaked, coughing, half-walk individual approaches the mage's quarter, you notice that there are 2 guards, similar to what you saw outside of Mayor's house, completely hooded, blue robes, eccentric gold trim, Order of Sheltier symbol emblazoned across the chest. And they're standing guard outside the not the library room that you assume to be, but the one adjacent to it, one that you tried to enter but couldn't find a way in.
Can I eavesdrop on the guards? Are they talking?
They're completely silent.
And they weren't there the other day, weren't they?
No, there was nobody outside there. What you can gather is that because of what you saw happen earlier, the mayor being taken away, that they are offering some sort of security to whatever's happening around this event.
Okay, I sigh, put my hood up, and I go back to the hotel.
Alright, so you make your way back to the tavern, no issue. At this point, when you enter, everything seems to be winding down for the night. The tavern owner behind the bar, he just seems to be sort of cleaning desks. There's not much going on inside.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to my room.
Oh, there. You all turn in for the night.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone gets all your help points back.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got spells, you can go ahead and choose new ones for the day.
Which end? From my level 3, do I have 2d10 hit dice or 3d10?
You're level 3, so 3d10.
Nice.
But you get your hit die back.
How are we still level 1?
We aren't. I'm level
you're
3.
not. I believe everyone should be level 3, if not approaching 3, but no one's taken the time in the week to level up other than Luke.
Okay, we'll do that later then.